Hello everybody, Raynite from Competitive Bros here. Got an interesting UU battle here. It's a live narration this time again. I made a new team. It's a quite offensive but also a bit of defensive setup on the same part. So he has a Crobat lead, which really fears me, and he has this quite speedy team like Flygon and Yanmega. So these are going to be quite an issue to counter. However, Crobat I can easily take out with my Crocodile, but however I do not want to get something shenanigans going up again. And I don't want to take a Brave Bird or anything just from Crobat to my Xatu. So I really have no clue what to do, and I don't want to get taunted on by my Bronzong, but I'm gonna go for Bronzong because that's possibly the best thing I can do at this point. But he leads off with the Zelf. Okay, this is interesting. Now, seeing his team, Stealth Rock will hit it hard, which will be needed, so I'm just gonna go for the Stealth Rocks. He goes for the Trick. Ugh, that's gonna hurt. That's gonna really annoy me. Yeah, that's gonna annoy me for sure. So he's probably gonna U-turn now, predicting the switch, which is actually pretty good, but I can't really do anything else, so I must go to something that can... If I go to Knight, he's just gonna go into his Bronzong, into his Rotom H. And if I go into my Crocodile, then he's just gonna go to something that can take hits like his Blastoise. So I'm pretty much stuck here at this point, so possibly I'm gonna go into my Duck U because it's the best thing I can possibly do at this point. So he sets up his own Stealth Rocks actually, which is actually quite good. Not really sure why he didn't go for the Stealth Rocks first, being for that extra bit of damage next turn coming in. But yeah. So he's gonna probably switch out now to something that can counter it. So I'm just gonna go for the Toxic, which will do a sweet amount of damage possibly in the long run. He goes for the Fire Blast. Not sure what he's even thinking of doing that. I mean, is he trying to get the burn? Possibly, but no, it's not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. So I'm gonna predict a switch now into Blastoise to take it. So I'm just gonna go for the T-Bolt. Hopefully to hit something. Because actually I hit this team quite hard with my dual stab. He goes for Psychic now. He really thinks he can stay in on this thing. I'm just gonna go for another Recover. I mean, after he goes for another Psychic. I mean, look. Poop. Poof. HBB back. Okay, so I'm just gonna go for... I can actually switch out now to Crocodile, predicting the Psychic again, but that I don't really see a point in doing that because... actually, I might actually be quite good. What does he all have? No, I can't one shot after a Moxie with Crunch. So, I kind of thought, I could just crunch off this thing and then pretty much let it die. But I'm just gonna go for another Recover. He goes for the Trick. Oh, son of a bitch! It's actually quite smart. Okay, now I have leftovers, which is actually rather bad. I think now he's gonna go for Psychic just to deal as much damage as possible. So I'm gonna go into Crocodile so that he dies by poison. Sweet, that was a pretty nice play, but he did a nice play there with the Eviolite switching. That's actually really good. I didn't actually think of that before it. So now he's gonna go into Yanmega. However, I think I'm faster after even after he protects. So I'm just gonna go for the Crunch as I can take it out from this range. He protects, which I really do not care much because I think I can outspeed this thing. I'm pretty sure I can. So I'm just gonna go for another Crunch. And possibly take it out, and then get a nice Moxie boost. Yeah, it's taking quite forever to think. Okay, so I do have speed, which is rather sweet, because most of the Yanmegas are quite more made for the how you call it, the more modest parts. So now he goes into Crobat. I could go to Knight, but I'm really fearing the Heat Wave, so that's actually quite unfortunate for me to go for. So I'm just gonna go into possibly my Bronzong just to get some Garble damage going on here. But I am Scarf, so that actually boosts my speed. Not that it will boost that much, but you know what I mean. I'm just gonna go into Gayfish because Gayfish can pretty much do shit against this thing. However, he does do a shit ton of damage and can KO me next turn. So he appears to be a Choice Bandit set, which is good to know. So now I'm gonna go into Knight. He predicts that going to Flygon, very sweet move on his part. I'm gonna go switch back into my Gayfish, because he goes for your EQ, which is good to know, because now I can just easily, for example, Gave was pretty much dead weight at this point anyways. So now I'm going to go into future and set up on him with a Calm Mind. Although Stealth Rocks do hurt a bit, I'm just going to go for a Calm Mind, as I can take some hits. He's probably going to switch out, because most of the Flygons are Scarfed, of course, I mean, which aren't. So now he goes into Blastoise, which I'm kind of annoyed by, but he can't really do much, I mean, can he? I mean, he can't just roar me out or anything, or Toxic me. So I'm just gonna go for another Calm Mind. I mean, I don't really see him doing much on me. I can just Calm Mind up and store power everything. That's my point here. So I'm just gonna go for another Calm Mind after this. By the way, I realized that my voice is really old at this point, and I think this thing is gonna hit quite hard. And I'm predicting he's gonna go for the Trick. So I'm just gonna go for a stored power, doing 90% of damage. Sweet. He actually goes for the Volt Switch, doing some damage, but really not afraid of anything at this point. So now he goes into this thing, which will be quite annoying. So I'm gonna go for a Roost, trying to see what he's gonna do. He might Brave Bird me, but I think I can live one. So I'm just gonna. Oh no, I can't. Pfft, fail. Okay, so him being stuck into Brave Bird, I'm gonna go into my possibly my Bronzegong to actually do something. So he might switch out, but I don't want to take the risk, so I'm just gonna go for the Gyro Ball, doing some damage. He goes into Rotom H, so that's actually quite unfortunate. I can't really do much because a Fire type will definitely take me out without Gayfish. And Duck, you can't really take that much damage anymore, just because I lost my Firelight. However, I'm still true special bulky, so I can take some hits. Not much, but I can take something. So now he's gonna do this, go for Overheat, which sharply fell, do your special attack. So I'm actually gonna go for the Toxic on the switch, possibly. Hopefully not into, no, actually no, he could go into Crobat. Just gonna go for the Recover, which he goes into Blastoise. I should have gone for that Toxic now I think about it, but okay, I'm just gonna go into, oh, I was gonna go into Future, but that didn't really work out because obvious reasons. And I just noticed I didn't nickname my Crocodile, damn it. Unfortunate. Okay, I'm gonna go into this thing. He goes for the Toxic, which misses. Doesn't really matter because Steel type. So I'm gonna go for the Toxic on this thing because I want this thing Toxic. I really do. So he scalds me, which is okay, I guess. So now he's Toxic, and now I'm gonna switch out because I can't do shit. I'm gonna go into Duck You. Hopefully not get the burn. Hopefully not get the burn. I thought burned. By the way, my narration might not be whelming this time because it's actually quite early in the morning after I woke up. So but I went to Germany yesterday for my school such, so also my English is quite fucked up, if you can call it that way. However, everything he switches in will now get hit by my T-Bolt, which will be sweet. Apart from Flygon, fuck that shit. Okay, I'm just gonna go for the Ice Beam. I'm probably gonna die, but I don't. Sweet, I get an Ice Beam off, and that thing is dead. Sweet. I'm pretty much dead now next turn, but I can still do some heavy chunk of damage. I'm surprised they didn't actually go for the Outrage because I can't really do much. Otherwise I would have to go into my Bronzegong to take it, but then I would have to Toxic or Gyro Ball, so not really too worried about that. I'm just gonna go for that T-Bolt in case he does something strange and misses. But he goes just for the X-Scissor, which is good play, but I'm now gonna go into Night. And I'm gonna do some heavy chunk of damage with an incoming Pokemon. I'm still kind of thinking who he has left, so let me see. Crobat, Rotom H, and Blastoise. He's probably gonna go into Blastoise, so I'm just gonna go for that Mega Horn, doing a shit ton of damage to that thing. Look at that. Amazing. However, now I'm gonna switch out though, because he's probably gonna go for the Scald, which I do not want him to get burned on. However, actually, I can actually just go for another Mega Horn. Hopefully, do not miss. Don't miss. Well, this thing is pretty much that weight, so I'm gonna go to another Mega Horn. Kills me, but how now it dies to that thing. Okay, so we have Rotom H and his Crobat. So what I'm gonna do is actually go into Bronzong, pretty much being that weight at this point. Actually goes into Rotom this thing first, which is really annoying. So I'm gonna go for the Stealth Rocks. Even though that's not really the good play, but I really can't take out this thing anyways. So I'm just gonna go for the Stealth Rock, hitting that Crobat for the last piece of damage. However, he used to for the Overheat and kills me, so it's gonna be quite a close match. I might be able to take it out, but I'm not sure. if I go for the Stone Age, I can hit that Crobat for show, and he will die for show. I'm not sure if a Crunch will kill it, but possibly with a Moxie boost, so might just want to go for that. So what actually does more? Crunch? Yeah, Crunch actually does exactly the same damage as Outrage at this point. So I'm just gonna go for the Crunch and see how it goes. So I take out, get a nice Moxie boost, and now let's see how it goes against the Crobat. Okay, let's see. Most of the Crobats are bulky though. I get a crit, not sure if it mattered, but good game. So yeah guys, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please give a rate, a comment, and subscribe for more videos that might be coming up later on. This was quite an interesting match because I really thought I was gonna lose this, but Scarf Crocodile used to be OU in the really beginning of all this shit. But yeah, now actually quite works out even in UU. I mean, it still does a job in OU, so not really sure why that thing is UU, but I guess he doesn't really do that much apart from being scarfed. But yeah, so yeah, I'll possibly see you guys later with another battle. Peace.